Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another Bitcoin breakdown series brought to you by the Cryptocurrency Alliance. As always, I'm your host, Dave Rodriguez, one of the head traders here inside the Alliance community. Want to give a quick shout out to all those watching the video today. Definitely appreciate all the support and make sure you mash that subscribe button and that like button if you guys haven't done that in the past already. Quick rundown of what goes on inside these daily videos for all of you newbies. Since Bitcoin is king, we spend most of our time doing an analysis to see where it'll be going next. Now, we take this information to find some more profitable trades in the altcoin market, or we'll trade some Bitcoin as well. Now, we also go over and evaluate some of the charts that we see setting up for potential breakouts, along with some fundamentals that we'll show you guys and go over with you guys. We'll pick some topics that we feel have already moved the market or going to move the market to help you guys understand the fundamental aspect of this game. Even though this channel is mostly about technical analysis, we will be dropping all kinds of knowledge outside of the technical realm. So, just so you guys know, we also go over and evaluate some other charts that we think are setting up for those breakouts. We'll show you guys those charts on this channel. It's not necessarily that we're trading all of them, but we like to show you guys different charts. If we pick a different pattern in the beginning of the week, we usually try to find other charts that follow that same pattern to let you guys know that this trading game is about taking risk, but taking calculated risk. We see a setup and we follow the rules for that setup. If we see a setup, we take it every single time, 100% of the time. If we don't, it's going to mess up our numbers game, because that's what this is, guys. The more you take the trades that follow your rules, the more you will take profitable trades, because these rules keep us in profit. If these rules say that 80% of the time this pattern plays out as a bearish pattern and we are trading it as a bearish trade, 8 times out of 10, we are going to win that trade. That's the point, guys. So without wasting any more time, guys, we have 3 main trading strategies that we break down every single day. And we have this put inside an ebook, guys. It's called the Cryptocurrency Consumer Guide. We're going to be giving that away free to you guys at the end of this video, so please stick around. Every strategy that we use to pick these tokens, to trade these tokens, the rules we use that help us, preserve capital, because that's what trading is about, guys. So without anything left, without wasting any more time, let's get started. Today we want to talk about gaps in the market, because we're seeing them all over the place. What is a gap? A gap is basically when a stock ends the day at a certain level and then starts at a new level, even though no trades have taken place. I'll show you a perfect example. Some gaps break up, some gaps break down. There's 4 different types of gaps in the stock market trading, which I don't need to go over with you guys. You can do some of that research on your own. All you need to know about gaps, guys, is 80% of gaps are closed within 24 hours and 90% of gaps are closed within 10 days. I fully expect these gaps to close today, and some of them already have. So let me give you guys some examples. These are the trades we took some of these trades last week. I want to show you guys this especially. Wow, just since I started making this video, this gap is closed. Okay, this is what happened, guys. So this candle here was where the last candle stopped, and then it gapped down 8%. So if you were in this trade like I was, you were 1 minute in profit, and then the next minute it flashes and you're down 8%. Okay, what's likely to happen 80% of the time is within a few hours, this 8% gap is going to close. And it did. Look what happened with the following candle. Closed the 8% gap, put you in about 3 to 4% profit. I fully expect this to continue on with the way that it went. If this was sort of a downtrend, it would close this and keep working its way down. But I think we were kind of in an uptrend. It's going to close this gap, and I think it's going to continue as long as this wick stays above this trend line here. But again, it closed within a couple of hours of opening. This gap, another gap that gaps down about 6%. Again, it's closing right now. It doesn't close here. It closed when this candle reaches the last candle. So this area in here is the gap. Let me make that a little bigger for you. This is the market gap right here. 6.5%, already up to 3.5%. That gap is going to close, so you guys can keep an eye on that. Here's another one. Another gap. I'm in profit here. Remember, guys, I got in here after this candle. I'm all the way in profit, took it back down to the trend line to retest. I was taking it back to the upside, and then bam, The gap happens. I'm up and then I'm down 8%. Watch this candle close this gap right here. This gap will no longer exist here in just a little while, guys. So if you don't want to get too much into gaps, just realize this. In a lot of other markets like the stock and the Forex market, these markets close and another day enters. That's why I learned how to trade gaps. Just like the crypto market, there's a time of each day that day is complete and the day closes. Okay, that is normally, like I said, in the Forex market and in the stock market, when you see these gaps on the daily and stuff like that, because there is an overwhelming amount of orders and there's no trading taking place. The day has ended. So the day ended here, started here, and there's a huge gap in between. When I traded a lot of Forex, guys, I would sell this gap right here. I would buy right here and close the gap and make profits like every day. A lot of times I did it on Sundays and Mondays a lot of times because those were the big volume days where a lot of traders came into the market. There was a lot of orders when trades weren't taking place. So guys, I fully expect this gap to close. Keep an eye on it. This is strat trade we've been looking at, Stratus. This gap will close. The rest of the gaps will close. They all normally close. 80% of them close within a few hours. The rest close within 10 days, guys. Keep an eye on those gaps and don't freak out when they happen. All of these trades are working out the way we wanted them to, guys. Ether Party or Fuel has given you guys 1, 2, 3 chances at 30% profit. If you guys haven't taken that, I don't really know what to say. We were aiming for a little more. We'll probably still get there, but in the short term, to preserve capital, to take more trades, you get in trades, you make profit, you take part of your money or all of your money out of the trade to preserve the capital and put it into Bitcoin or into an altcoin to keep gaining more Bitcoin. The name of the game is how much Bitcoin can I end up with. So dormant cash is not making you anything. Keep it moving in the markets, guys, but make sure you're putting it into what makes sense. If you'll make more money but by just adding your money into Bitcoin, then hold Bitcoin. If your money is better used by taking it out of Bitcoin and moving it into altcoins because you'll gain more Bitcoin in the end, that is the goal. So keep an eye on all this stuff as we look over everything. Let's talk about Bitcoin real quick, guys. We got the move we wanted. Yesterday we were in here and we said that we were going to see, the top of this get retested, get denied. It tried to get back in, could not handle the retest, and we were looking for this area in here to be met. It has been met. I don't think it's done. My target was 62.50 at the bottom of this range here. I fully expect that to be met. We can even drag this over. I'm not saying exactly 62.50, but that's been my goal since up here when it broke down on this candle. So all this sideways consolidation made the alt market fly because there was more money to be made in altcoins than there was in Bitcoin. So altcoins flew up, Bitcoin sideways. Now we're seeing it move down. So let's see what happens after we find some ground. I think we're going to find it right in here, and I can see a big pushback up to the upside, but we'll take that level by level. I don't want to jump to any conclusions and make anybody do anything drastic. So we saw the fall we wanted. You're going to see a pullback. They're going to correlate. A lot of the big top coins are going to correlate with Bitcoin, and they're going to fall. They're going to see a pullback. It's healthy. When you see a big run up in the market, all of your trades become more risky. Okay, higher risk means you need to be setting those stop losses. That's what they're for. If you're 10, 15% in profit, move your stop loss to your entry. That way you cannot lose this trade. It is unlosable. And then use a trailing stop loss if you know how to do that. If you can set a stop loss and set a take profit at the same time, utilizing other platforms, then do so. If not, don't walk away from your computer without setting that stop loss. And like I said, move it up as your trade goes up so you limit your liability and your risk. That's all I have for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Bitcoin breakdown. I want you guys to mash that like button below, mash that subscribe button so you guys can catch all these videos. Set your alerts, guys. Any comments you guys have, whether you like the breakdown, whether you have questions, whether you disliked it or agreed, we really want you guys to put all that information in the comments. For you newbies out there, there's a link below in the description, bitcoinconsumerguide.com/YT. That's like YouTube. What you guys are going to receive is our 3 main trading strategies. How do we find these tokens? What do we do when we find them? Where do we take our losses? What are our rules, guys? All this stuff's going to be included inside the free cryptocurrency ebook for you guys. So take advantage of that, guys. Make sure you also take advantage of the training series put together by Cody Sperber himself, guys. So make sure you take advantage of that. All this is free, coming to you from the Cryptocurrency Alliance. So I'll tell you what, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next Bitcoin breakdown.